Hi, Dorian. It's Roddy from Stanley. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Yeah, very well, thank you. Are you still good to chat now?
Yeah, sorry about last week. I was like in the
Oh,
dentist chair and I was like, ugh, I'm not going to be out of this chair by 4 o'clock.
no, that's totally fair. I'm surprised that you wrote back. I absolutely hate going to the dentist, and I'm usually in a foul mood for at least a day or two afterwards.
Yeah, I'm at the dentist all the time. He was seating an implant, so it was like I was getting a tooth back. So that's
Oh,
nice. But yeah.
oh boy. That sounds like you've had some major work done then.
Oh yeah, I've had like 9 root canals. I'm missing another tooth that was root canaled twice and still didn't take. And so, yeah.
Oh my goodness. I've had one root canal myself, and it was not a pleasant experience. I can't even imagine having to sit through that many.
Oh yeah. I mean, it became old hat for me. I started to fall asleep during them.
Oh my gosh. That's crazy. I guess that just sort of shows how your body just gets used to it.
Yeah, once you've been through it. And it's if you get a good endodontist that really knows how to numb you, it's like
Yeah,
then it's like nothing.
yeah, that's a good point. I feel like when I had mine, I don't know, I don't think he got it, the nerve properly or something, and I just remember sitting there like white knuckle in the chair, loathing every moment of it.
Oh yeah. No, I've had one or two that were like that, but the one that did the most of mine, she was really good and she would get it numb on the first shot. So
Oh, that's a win.
yeah, couldn't feel anything.
Perfect. Well, look, let's sort of dive into it. I was just rereading your email, and in regards to how you think or how we think we could potentially help. I noticed that you mentioned you had a really high click rate because it includes a link to the material submission form where they go complete their registration. Um, and but then they're not always the suggested product is the what is it, the proofreading, which isn't too popular but should be. Um, so I had a few ideas, but I guess first I'm keen to understand a bit more about roadmap writers, what your role is there, and just so I have a better understanding of what your current marketing campaign or email campaigns and how we can potentially fit into the equation.
Yeah, I mean, I'm the chief operations officer here, so I'm in charge of like all the website stuff and the store and everything like that, and all the money and QuickBooks and writing checks and all that stuff. And we help us. We're like basically an online school that helps aspiring screenwriters sort of break into the industry. So everything that they yeah, so everything that they sort of register for, there's usually material submission after that. So that's why the click rate is so high, because the link to material submission is in the confirmation email. And then they go there to upload their material for the session that they registered for.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So.
And then in terms of are you doing other sort of like email campaign stuff like newsletters or email blasts or anything like that?
Yeah, we use MailChimp.
Perfect. Okay, cool. So, I don't know when the last time you logged into Stanley, but it sounds like kind of soonish because you knew what your click rate was. So I had a few thoughts in terms of where we could help. So you're currently on our free plan, and that only covers the order confirmation. Now, I appreciate that you're probably not going to have a shipping confirmation or shipping update because you're not actually shipping them a physical good. They're signing up for an online course. Is that right?
Correct.
Okay. So there goes that arrow in my quiver to sort of help you. The other one is when they sign up with you, do they create an account and that they have to log into on the online store there?
They have the opportunity to do that, or I think it's like the box is checked and they have to uncheck the box if they don't want a customer account. But yeah, they have the opportunity to set up a customer account.
Okay. And do you ever send out like draft orders or anything like that? Like if they want to see like an example or through Shopify?
No, we've never done anything like that.
That one was a stab in the dark. I didn't think you would, and it probably doesn't make sense for your business. What about abandoned checkout? Are you doing anything for that at the moment?
No, we are not. pursuing the abandoned checkouts so far.
Okay, so I do think there's a couple areas where I think we can help. So currently on your free plan, it covers the order confirmation, and that's the only email that Spenley is currently powering. Now there are 15 total emails that Shopify sends out based on like a shopper or an aspiring screenwriter's interaction with the website. The shipping ones, we can throw those out the window because those are going to be useless too. But where I do think we can help is there is a customer account invite and a customer account welcome, password reset, and then the other one is the abandoned checkout. So I'm just going to look here. You're on Shopify Basic, is that right?
We upgraded to I don't know. I'm like, we're not on the cheapest one.
Okay.
But the one after that, I think.
Okay. No, that makes perfect sense to me. So that's good news because the abandoned checkout one, on the cheapest one, you have to go in and click like manually to send out the abandoned checkout message. But when you're on the plan up from that one, it will do it automatically for you. And I think that's one way that you could be catching out on some potentially lost revenue through Spendly is by including that in there, and then maybe offering them some sort of incentive to either maybe click here to reclaim your cart and get 5% off. The other ones that I think we can help are those customer account welcomes, and then if you were to move up to a paid plan with Spendly, the other thing that you can build out with it is the follow-up emails. And in those follow-up emails, what it allows you to do is create campaigns based on the things that people have purchased. So let's say they purchase that initial screenwriting review. I noticed you had a few different courses that they can sign up for. So you can create specific follow-ups based on them purchasing a specific product, purchasing from a specific collection. The other one that I think could be really handy for you guys is the abandoned checkout sequence. And what that allows you to do is Shopify will send out that one automatically that I just mentioned. But then what you can do is then industry best practice is to send out another one 3 days later, another one maybe 10 days later, and then another one maybe 30 days later. And then that way you're hitting them a few times to try to make sure that you're doing everything that you can to get them back on. The other one that we could do in the follow-up emails is a custom one. And with the custom one, you mentioned that a lot of people don't go for the proofreading one, but they should. So what you could actually, that would be purchase a specific product. Either or, we can figure it out with either or. But what you could do is send them another follow-up like 5 days later saying, hey, thanks so much for purchasing, intro to screenwriting. Many students who have broken into the industry have also found this class really, really helpful, or this feature really helpful, and then include the proofreading one in there. And then these are all the types of things that I was sort of thinking that we could do to help drive additional revenue to your site and increase that ROI. Because right now I think the ROI was nothing from Spendly, which didn't sit well with me because last year we generated $100 million worth of revenue for our merchants, and I'm keen to sort of help you guys out and do the same. So now that I've rambled on for far too long about a whole bunch of different things, I guess I'm keen to get a bit of feedback and sort of just do a pulse check here and hear what your thoughts are.
I think that for abandoned checkout and whatnot, especially doing it automatically, a lot of the times the abandoned checkout is going to be for something that's even starting the next day. So doing a follow-up 10 days or 30 days out, especially automatically, because then it's like most of the time, especially on a 30 days out thing, the program will already be done. So there's on that one. And also like things also sell out when people still had it in their abandoned checkout, like especially pitch sessions and whatnot. So then it's like, then they get an abandoned checkout reminder, but that product is sold out. You know what I mean? So that's something that I would worry about. And then on the because you bought this thing, it's hard for us. we'd have to be very specific about specific products to like bundle and suggest after different products, because it can't just be like, oh, you booked an open pitch session, you might also like this open pitch session, because on each of the open pitch sessions, each of the execs has different preferences, like whether they do TV or whether they do features or whether they do which genres and which budgets. So it's not like they might not have a appropriate project for the auto suggested one. You know what I mean? That's why it's so complicated, because it's not like stuff where it's like, if you bought a bike pump, you might be interested in bike tires too. You know what I mean? It's different. Yeah, because it's so specific to what sort of project they have that it's hard to automate suggesting, if that makes sense.
No, that makes total sense. I completely hear you. I guess it would sort of boil down to how the products or courses or pitch sessions or whatever they are, how they're organized in Shopify. Like, are they broken down so you have like a TV collection, a film collection,
No, they're broken down into collections, but they're broken down into like pitch session collection, classes collection, consultation collection, a coverage collection. But all of the execs that do coverage are lumped into that one collection, you know?
Yeah, okay. I mean, because I can see some limited data here in terms of what we've pulled in from what you're currently doing. And I mean, you guys are doing a good amount of average monthly orders. So it looks like you're doing about 1,000 or so. And my sort of gut says, and I've been working in e-commerce for a little while now, those are 1,000 opportunities there for people who have actually purchased for us to recommend something else. Now, how we would figure out what exact product shows might take a bit of creative working of our system.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking, is that, yeah, I think that is a wasted opportunity, but what do we have to do to make sure that the right sort of product is then being suggested? Yeah.
Yeah, I totally hear you. And I mean, the last thing I would want to do is set up some sort of automated system for you, or campaigns or whatever that are just totally useless and going to end up pissing off the people going to these pitch sessions or whatever it is. That's not what I want to do at all, because that's just not going to be good for customer service, for the overall experience. So what I'm thinking I might need to do is enlist the help of someone at Spenley who is smarter than me, who's done more in terms of the email campaigns. And what I'm thinking I could do is have a chat with the CEO or the COO tomorrow when I'm back in the office, and sort of discuss them and say, hey, this is the situation. They've got specific, pitch classes for these things, but if they purchase that collection might not be relevant, but there might be a product in another one that might be relevant.
Right, like if they purchased a sitcom writing class, there are 2 or 3 like webinars in the webinar library that might be appropriate. But again, we'd have to choose like specific products, like it would be specific actions based on the specific thing that they ordered. And then I'm like, oh, I don't know if how many man hours that would take to set up.
Yeah, so I mean, we can definitely do like follow-ups for purchase a specific product, and it doesn't take very long to set that up at all. And it could be, a campaign that sends out an email to them, follows up after that initial purchase, after 7 days, 30 days, 60 days, 120 days, and sort of staggers and stretches it out so we're not peppering them with contacts. The other one you can do would be like feedback on digital good. So like reviews and whatnot, where we send them back to the page to set up that review. And then I think we could get the abandoned checkout sequence to work quite well. We would just have to figure out how we make it work with classes selling out and whatnot. So that initial one that we send out, that Shopify sends out automatically, because even right now, Shopify is sending that out for you, but it's based off of their default Shopify design. So that any branding or images or logos and whatnot that you put into the order confirmation, that one email that we're currently powering, that won't be reflected on the other ones. So whether that's account invite, account welcome, password reset, abandoned checkout, refund, or canceled orders as well. And the thing with these transactional emails is they have a way higher open rate than any newsletter or mail blast that you're sending out through MailChimp. And that's why I think because you've got a captive audience, they've already bought something for you. Everybody wants to know what they ordered, and they're going to open that. And if we can include something in there to lure them back to the shop, that's where we're going to start generating that return on investment, additional revenue for you.
Yeah, cool. That sounds good.
Does that all make sense, or like, am I talking crazy here?
No, it all makes sense. It's just, for me, it's just a matter of figuring out, like, what do we do? Do we tag certain products with certain tags that then get, so it's, for me, it's just figuring out what to suggest based on what they ordered. And like the way that things are set up now, it feels like the automation of it wouldn't be quite right. Just because of the way that our products are sort of lumped in. But yeah, I'm definitely interested in trying to figure out if there's some way to, reconcile that and figure out how we could do it.
Yeah, I think like what we could do is like, so for the follow-up emails to automate that one, we could do that. You send follow-up instructions, discount coupons for view requests when they purchase a specific product. And so that might be, if they purchase this product, let's show them, the other sitcom series one that they've already shown. So I think that would, the abandoned checkout one, totally hear you, would be too rich based on the telling out and if the course is like, so that one might not make the most sense. But I do think there is a potential use case here for us. But what I'll need to do, as I mentioned, is chat to someone smarter than me to figure out how we exactly want to do this and how we could potentially structure the campaign. What I might do, if you're okay with this, is request access to your Shopify store through our partner panel. We are fully Shopify approved, official partner, all that. We have excellent reviews on the App Store and everything. Just so I can have a look at how your products are currently structured, because that might give us some insight into like the collections and then the other ones. And I'll obviously also review it all, like your site there, to have a bit of a clearer understanding of what the products are.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, cool. Look, what I'll do, Dorian, is I don't want to chat your ear off for too long. It sounds as though you're very busy as the COO there with a lot of hats to wear. What I will do is I'll chat with the guys tomorrow, and I'll send you the request over tomorrow, and then if you can approve that, then what we can do is have a look at it and then maybe figure out a few campaigns that can drive some additional revenue for you. So the plan that our system is suggesting is the Elite plan, just to give you a ballpark in terms of what sort of costs we're looking at. And the Elite plan covers you up to 5,000 orders, and that one's $200 a month. But what I was saying we could do is the Super plan covers you up to 1,000 orders, and that one's $99, and that one would probably be a little bit easier to swallow for this first little bit. And as a sort of trial to make sure that we get this working right, we normally do a 14-day trial. I would be happy to offer you a 30-day trial to get you on that pro plan. Maybe we set up some of these for you and help you out with the setup of it. And then if you don't see any return after 30 days, no harm, no foul. We can, I can at least say I tried, and then you can go back to the free plan where we still cover the order confirmation.
Yeah, cool. Sounds good.
Okay, perfect. Well, look, I'll leave you to it. I have a couple action items that I'll follow up on and shoot you that request for store email, store access tomorrow, and then I'll just shoot you a follow-up email once we've formulated a few campaigns or plans.
All right, cool. Sounds good.
Okay, wonderful. Look, really appreciate your time. And yeah, if you think of any other questions after the fact, feel free to shoot me an email or give me a shout. I am in the office far too often.
All right, cool. Sounds good.
All right, you have a great day, Jerry. Talk to you soon.
You too. Bye.
Thanks. Bye-bye.